Coming up on Torrance Today, the Torrance Memorial Burn Center celebrates an important milestone. Community members get a blast from the past with a historical look at the city, and we are just one day away from National Night Out. We'll share the details. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Kirk Lyons. It's 4 p.m. on Monday, July 31st. I hope your week is off to a great start. Thank you so much for joining us. Here's our first story. Administration and staff at the Torrance Memorial Medical Center commemorated a very special event with a celebration brunch yesterday.
We're celebrating our 50th anniversary as a burn unit, which was set up in 1973. I think we do a phenomenal job. I'm very proud of all the outreach and other ways the program continues to grow. Burns is a really unique team of people, very, very dedicated. We work together, in very particular circumstances. So I think it's a real kind of family within medicine that you don't necessarily get in other fields.
We see people coming really, really sick, and we are able to struggle through. Sometimes we all wonder if this person is going to make it through, but somehow they come through, and then we see them coming back and see us with a big smile and thanking us. So that makes it just amazing.
Rice, who is the medical director of the Torrance Memorial Burn Center, says it is only one of 2 burn centers verified by the American Burn Association in all of Los Angeles County. The verification provides a mark of distinction for a burn center, indicating the highest quality of care to patients from the time of injury through rehabilitation. Do you remember the Parasol Restaurant or the Plush Horse Inn? They are just 2 Torrance landmarks that are no longer here. That was the focus of a presentation called Torrance Then and Now that took place at the Katie Geisert Civic Center Library.
This railroad track is the only thing original left at that intersection. I would have loved to know what happened to that sign.
The idea is to take what Torrance looked like back in the day, whether it was 1914, 1953, or 1963, and combine it with an image of how that same street, building, or whatever looks today.
I used to be the cleanup man at Torrance Beach in the summer, and I met a cute girl down there. And her first date, I took her to the Strand Theater to catch a movie. That building's now a condo. It's always nice to take a trip down memory lane.
Also, can't do this anymore, he's smoking.
If you have a favorite landmark, whether it's a park, a building, a roadway, whatever, take a picture now. Save that picture, because who knows what's going to happen to that landmark in the future.
George, who is a reference librarian, makes regular presentations about Torrance history at the Katie Geisert Civic Center Library and the Torrance Historical Society and Museum. He says much of the information he uses during his talks comes from old Torrance newspapers that are available online at library.torranceca.gov. The 40th National Night Out is just one day away. It's a time when residents get a chance to interact with both Torrance police officers and city leaders. Residents in each district used to host the event in their front yards, but this year TPD is changing it up to make it more accessible. So tomorrow evening from 6 to 8 p.m., community members from Districts 1 through 6 will meet at a park that is in their neighborhood. This flyer is also available online. Just go to facebook.com/TorrancePD. The weather remains hot throughout Los Angeles County, and while temperatures in Torrance are forecasted to be in the low 80s throughout the week, the city isn't taking any chances. City officials say community members looking to escape the heat can stop in at any of the 8 cooling centers located throughout the city. They include all 6 Torrance libraries, the Bartlett Senior Citizen Center, and the D. Hardison Sports Center located at Wilson Park. If you are outside, be sure to bring along either water or an electrolyte beverage to stay hydrated. Protect yourself from the sun with a hat, sunscreen, and sunglasses. Use cooling tools like handheld fans and ice packs, and make sure you mark down the phone numbers and addresses for the cooling centers in your area. To find a cooling center no matter where you are in the city, visit ready.lacounty.gov/heat. If a part-time job is something you're thinking about, you may want to consider the city's Community Services Department. The Recreation Division is currently seeking staff members for its after-school club. Program leaders and specialists provide daily homework assistance, coordinate games and daily activities at elementary and middle schools in Torrance. The after-school program is offered during the Torrance Unified School District school year, Monday through Friday from 2 to 6 p.m. The first review of applications will be those received by Sunday, August 6th, with interviews tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, August 9th. For more information or to apply, visit governmentjobs.com/careers/TorranceCA. Today is the last day to answer this month's set of questions for our community survey called Shaping Torrance Together. Questions include, if you attended a Torrance Summer Nights free concert, how satisfied were you with the event? And what is your top concern if you're considering taking public transportation? There are only 5 questions, and it just takes a minute or 2 to complete. To get started, go to torranceca.gov and click on Learn More when the Shaping Torrance Together banner comes up. Still ahead, it's Meaningful Monday, and the Torrance Exchange students in Kashiwa, Japan receive some well wishes before their return home when we come back in 60 seconds.
So we were walking to school. At the corner, we waited for the traffic light.
I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really
smart,
want cheese pizza,
but
like at Luigi's.
sometimes her mind
They have this
wanders.
video game there, and Kate's got the high score. We should have a sleepover. Maybe I should pack my pajamas.
I remember saying, Laura? Laura,
I think I heard Mom say something.
the sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
When we finally got there,
She gave me a hug goodbye.
I really hope she doesn't
I
have
really
another
hope I
bad
don't
day
have
at
another
school
bad day at
today.
school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. That's why there's Understood.org, a free online resource for the parents of the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues. Here you'll get personalized recommendations, practical tips, daily access to experts, and more. Go from misunderstanding to Understood.org.
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to share a positive story that fits the theme for the day. On this Meaningful Monday, we take you to Kashiwa, Japan, where students from the Torrance Sister City Exchange program are preparing to make their way home, but not before they receive some well wishes and positive thoughts.
I hope them to experience Japanese culture and also friendship, and they can know the difference as well as the similarity. And as a human being, I want them to know that we are the same and we can cooperate together to make this world much better. I want them to be the bond and also bridge between 2 cultures and countries and cities. I hope they can recognize how important and wonderful thing to have such kind of exchange programs are. And this is beyond many generations. In order to make this world happier, we want them to think that they will follow and they will relay this idea to the next generation.
Kosuge, who is the president of the Kashiwa International Relations Association, says this year's exchange was extra special. It marked the 50th anniversary of the sister city relationship between the 2 cities, and due to the pandemic, it was the first time a full delegation of our students visited Kashiwa since 2019. The student delegates from Kashiwa are scheduled to arrive for their visit in Torrance on Monday, August 7th. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a good day.